It's not so much what I heard in the Republican convention when you heard John speak last night, or not so much what I heard when I heard part of what the governor had to say, the vice presidential candidate. It's what I didn't hear. The silence of the Republican Party was deafening. It was deafening on jobs, on health care, on environment, on all the things that matter to the people in the neighborhoods I grew up in. Deafening. Ladies and gentlemen, their America is not the America I live in. They see something different than I see. Ladies and gentlemen, literally, those of you, I can't swear to this because I didn't see every bit of every speech, but I asked my staff to check. Do any of you recall either candidate on the Republican ticket utter the phrase middle class? Did any of you hear them utter the phrase health care and how we're going to help? Did you hear them talk about aid to get kids to college? Did you hear them talk about aid to education? Did you hear them putting more cops on the street to make us safer? I didn't hear a thing about any of the things that matter to the lives of the people in my hometown of Scranton, the neighborhood of Delaware called Claymont, where I was brought up and went to grade school and high school, the area of Wilmington that I live in. Ladies and gentlemen, Rick Davis, John's campaign manager, said 2 days at the convention, and I heard this. He said, this election is not about issues. That's what he said. And everything I saw at the convention demonstrated that. It was about how well-placed, and boy, she is good, how a left jab can be stuck pretty nice. It's about how Barack Obama is such a bad guy. It's about how, in fact, they got great quips. Man, they were like the kids, you know, when you went to school and you were very proud of the new belt you had or the shoes you had, and there was always one kid in the class that said, oh, are they your brothers? Remember that kid? That's what this reminded me of. Oh, I love your dress. Was that your mother's? You know what I'm talking about. What do you talk about when you have nothing to say? What do you talk about when you cannot explain the last 8 years of failure? What do you talk about? What do you talk about? You talk about the other guy. Look, I don't have to. Remember what Harry Truman said, give him hell, Joe? Remember what Harry Truman? I wasn't around when Harry Truman was around. But I remember my grandfather saying, when they yelled at Harry Truman, give him hell, Harry, he yelled back, I'm not going to give him hell, I'm going to tell them the truth, and they're going to think it's hell.